Hello, I'm Mooney Starr with the Mark Martin Automotive Group. We're back here today at Mark Martin Ford Kia, located in Batesville, Arkansas, right here on Highway 167 South. An hour and a half from almost anywhere. As I've told you, we're an hour and a half from Little Rock, straight up good up Highway 167 at Ball Knob, we're 27 miles. We're an hour and a half from Conway, we're an hour and a half from Mountain Home, we're about a little less than an hour and a half from Jonesboro. So it doesn't matter where you're seeing me from, we're close enough to come to save you money. And let me tell you, a lot of you have been watching, a lot of you have been calling, and a lot of you are seeing the difference. And what I preach about the difference, if you've never seen our show, is we all go to the same auctions, we all buy our same cars, we all got the same prices on new ones, we all get the same rebates. It comes down to how we take care of the customer and what we give you for your trade. And that's where I preach to you, that's where we're gonna win, okay? We don't use Kelly Blue Book, we don't use NADA, we don't use any of those books. I'm not being cocky or arrogant, we go off what I think they're worth. I go to auctions 2 and 3 days a week, I know what pre-owned cars are worth, and all I'm asking for is you give me a shot, okay? It's well worth your drive. We're not gonna make you come in here and stay 4 or 5 hours on a Saturday and spend your day with us, even though you would enjoy it with our museum, because we got a lot to look at that costs absolutely zero. But I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna get you in, we're gonna get you out, we're gonna treat you like your family. As I preach to you, we're just country people. Eggs are always cheaper in the country. You've heard that saying for years. If you'll come, I promise you, I'll prove it to you. Eggs are cheaper in the country. Well, I tell you what we're gonna do. Excuse me, it's a little bit windy today. I think you're gonna understand me when I show you some of these cars, these prices. You'll go through the wind and say, how much did he say? Because I tell you what, we're gonna beat our competitors, and where we're gonna beat them at is on our trade-ins. All we gotta do, apples for apples, we're gonna win every time. Right behind me is a 2011 Raptor. As you know, if you're interested in a Raptor, you can't find one, you can't get one. That's a 2011 model with 30,000 miles. Of course, it had the original tires on it, 30,000, so what do? I put a brand new set on it, so you start out with 0 miles. They've got 0 miles. It's a brand new truck. It's bright orange, which is a very rare color in those Raptors. You see the black, silver, and whites. You see very few orange. $49,995. The great part about that truck is, you drive that truck 2 years, it's still worth in the low 40s. It's not one of those rigs you drive off the lot and you automatically lost 10 grand. One thing Ford's done with that since 2010 when they come out with the Raptor, they've limited the supply of them. I literally have people to come in here want to order new ones and can't get them. We're allocated very few amount a year and they're hard to get. The good part about it is that keeps the price up. I've literally had people to drive them for a year and we don't ever hit people over sticker or those sticker prices, which is crazy. We negotiate, we do what we can do to sell you one, but I tell you what we don't do is we will not hoodoo you when you bring a trade in. We're gonna give you more money for your trade and we're gonna sell you that truck, and a year from now you're gonna get close to your money back. It's gonna be a great investment for you. So I'll tell you what, I always preach to you that we trade for anything, and I got a car coming to drive, we'll move them over, but I tell you what we do, we trade for anything here, and right here's another example of that. This is a Sportsman 550 Polaris all-wheel drive that we just traded for. It has the guards on the front, the rack, the aluminum wheels, the knobby tires, you name it, it's got it. You go buy this thing new, you're gonna spend $10,000, $11,000, okay? This doesn't have a scratch on it. They literally just drove it around. It's brand new. I take $7 grand, $7,000 for a 2012 Polaris 550 on-demand all-wheel drive. So I'm gonna tell you, this is a bargain right here. If you're a hunter, if you want one for this summer to play with, this is a bargain right here. Normally, no, we're not in this business. I don't do this daily. We don't keep them in stock. But if you come in here, I don't care what you trade for. You see these ads, these guys say, we trade for anything, as long as it don't eat. I don't care if it eats. I'll trade for cattle, horses, goats, you name it, we'll trade. We don't care, we're not scared. We're gonna jump into a bunch of our pre-owned cars and just show you a little bit of things that we got, okay? So let's start with our pre-owned inventory. You know, I just got through showing you the four-wheeler. I told you we trade for anything. Look here what we just traded for. This is a 2000 model Chevrolet chassis, 1 ton, 26-foot camper. We don't know what they're worth. We don't know a lot about it, but we know this one's worth the money, because let me tell you this rig has 23,000 miles. I mean, maybe from right here they drove to Heber and come back and Heber and back and camp, because it literally, if it wasn't for the title and the year model, you'd think it's brand new. It doesn't have a place on it, not a crack, not a leak, nothing wrong with it. It's sitting on 6 brand new radials, Comanche radial ATs, brand new 6 of them, fully self-contained motorhome for $22,995. That's right, this is a $70,000, $80,000 motorhome when you go buy a new one. Why spend that money when this will do exactly the same thing, have just as much fun with the kids at the lake. It's summertime, and I need to sell it. I'm not in the motorhome business. My bosses say, what do you do with a motorhome? I said, I trade for anything, but I've got to shake it. So this thing can't sit here. I got to move it. I want to sell it to you at $22,995. So we're going to move on, but I'm telling you, I want you to come look at it because I think it's super well worth the money, and you don't find a nice motorhome for that kind of money. Most of those things, 30, 40, 50 grand. So I think I got you a bargain right there. Someone needs to come if you're interested in summer vacations, going to ball games, soccer games, it doesn't matter. I'm still preaching about that motorhome because it's worth the money. 23,000 miles for only $22,995. Well, check out this little showpiece right here. This is a 2010 Camaro. Check out the ground effect package all the way around. Ground effect package all the way around, the aluminum wheels, black interior with the spoiler. This car has 30,000 miles. Yes, we've got 13s with that many miles, but this is only a 2010 model with 30,000 miles with the ground effects, $22,995. Super sharp little Camaro right here. We can get you in that for under $400 a month. With the ground effects, you'll have the only one around like it, $22,995. So we'll move to our next car. Let me preach. I always tell you this. Hot rods, jacked up trucks, we're noted for. We keep them here in stock. So we've always got jacked up trucks, and we've always got hot rod cars. Right here's you a hot rod. Look without the hot rod. This is a 2013 Challenger. It's got the chrome wheels, spoiler with the stripes, automatic car with 6,000 miles. Single digit miles, 6,000 miles on a 13 for $24,995. No, it don't have the big Hemi. No, it's not going to suck the gas. You're still going to cruise around and look like you got a hot rod sports car with only 6,000 miles for $24,995. So you get the look, you get the feel, the ride and the drive without the gas being gone. So as we move on to our next car, that's a good looking car, white with the black stripes, chrome wheels, console shift, automatic. Well, here's the Charger, a 2013 Charger with only 17,000 miles. Same way, chrome wheels, spoiler on the back with the stripes, buckets and console, good looking car, dark graphite gray with black interior, and this car is $21,995. What I want you to do is compare apples for apples, $21,995. Plus, when you've got your 07 Charger you want to trade in, or your 06 Pontiac Grand Am, that's where we win. That's where we win every time. All we ask you to do is give us a chance. We don't want to sell everybody a car. We can't sell everybody a car. We're not that big. We're a small dealership. We're country people. All we're interested in is selling you one, okay? We want to sell you a car, and I want to take care of you before the sale and after the sale. So we're going to move on to our next car, but that's a super nice car for $21,995. Well, it's graduation coming up. School kids are looking for small cars, cheaper priced. This is a 2010 Kia Forte that we sold brand new at our Kia store right next door. This car has 41,000 miles. 41,000 miles. They didn't drive it much. Here's the great thing about it. It's $10,995. I have people all the time ask me wanting a $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 car. Well, when I show them one, they'll have 80 to 100,000 on them because it's hard to find a car in that price range, as high as these new ones cost. It's hard to find a car for that kind of money. So here's a great graduation present, or someone graduating college, someone going back and forth to work for $10,995, 41,000 miles on a Kia Forte. And you know what Kia's done over the last 10 years. They've exploded as one of the major car companies in America. I'll be the first to tell you, I've been in the car business for 38 years. In the old school days, 20 years ago, Kia was pretty much a cheap car, a throwaway car. Now, Kia's come to the front. How could they give a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty if it wasn't a good car? They know they're good, or they wouldn't give that warranty because they know it'd be breaking down. So we're going to move our next car. That car is not going to last long at $10,995. Our next car up is Kia's brother, a Hyundai Elantra. An 09 Hyundai Elantra with 83,000, a super nice little car, white with tan interior. This is an automatic car. This car is $99,995, okay? $9,995, under 10 grand. So as I was just telling you, people always looking for a car under 10 grand. We're hunting our kid their first car. We're hunting our wife a car just to go back and forth to work. Excuse me. Here's the car sitting on 4 brand new tires, cloth interior, which is brand new, white with tan, one of the best colors they make, for $99.95. Another little car that won't last long, a good bang for your buck right here. You drive it 3 years, it's still worth 6 grand. It's never gonna get cheaper, 6 or 7 grand. So what have you lost for your investment? Very little for cheap transportation. So we're going to move on to our next car, is we got a 13 model Ford Fiesta. This little old Fiesta has 26,000 miles on it. It's $13,995. $13,995 for this Kia Fiesta. It's a brand new little car. It's automatic, bucket seats, got the wheels on it. This car is going to get you over 30 miles to the gallon, okay? So if you live a little bit of ways from work, you need something run cheap, we're going to get you in this car for under $250 a month, cheap payment, same way. Great mileage, great economy, good little car. We've had no problems with them. Why buy new and pay 17, 18 grand for this car when I can sell it to you for $13,995? You save that 4 or 5 grand. First person done took the hit on it. So as we move on to our next car, I've kind of had a row of cheaper cars here to let you know we carry all varieties. We start out with a $50,000 Raptor. We're moving here to an 09 Kia Sedona van that we actually sold brand new at our Kia store right here new. This van, excuse me, pollen today. This van has 46,000 miles. You understood me, right? I'm choked up and I want to make sure you understood. 46,000 miles in 09. I'll take, it was $13,995. Just to make sure you're watching the show, that we're the real deal, $12,700. That's right, $12,700 for an 09 Kia Sedona. Got quad buckets, 7-passenger seating, 46,000 mile, aluminum wheels, brand new set of tires. It can't last long for $12,700. You know, the soccer moms, so to speak, minivans, they don't hardly make them anymore. You can't find them. Kia's got a great little van, but there's no possible way you can buy a van for $12,700 as nice as this van is right here. So we're going to move on to the next one. There's a super nice little van for $12,700, LX model, trailer tow on the back. We got a 09 Frontier extended cab. Very nice little rig, 60,000 miles on this. It's got the bucket seats. It is automatic. Very rare in these little trucks. Most of these little trucks are going to be a stick shift. This is an automatic truck, extended cab for $16,995. $16,995. Little trucks are hard to find, especially when we're talking about under 20 grand. So here's you one for $16,995. We'll move on to our next rig here. There's a lot of wind today and a lot of pollen. I apologize for all the coughing. We're going to move on here as a 08 Acadia. Very, very popular rigs. This is not a cheap one. It's an SLT, quad seating with leather, with aluminum wheels, $16,995. Little Molly, 90,000, little Molly, but let me tell you, these General Motors rigs are built to run 150, 200,000 before they even broke in good. I'll stand behind it. I'm not scared of them. I'd take off to California today. $16,995. So if you can't afford one of these Acadias that are 35 grand new, 38 grand, here's a great value for bang for the buck. $16,995. We move on to our next rig, a 2013 Ford Expedition Limited. This rig has 22,000 miles on it, sunroof, quad seating, all the equipment on it, super nice rig, $36,995. And I hadn't had on our show, we hadn't showed a lot of Tahoes and Expeditions because we don't have many. They're hard to find. These new ones are 60 and 70 and 80 grand. That eliminates your buyers. People trade these in on new ones. So a lot of people hadn't bought those new ones because those prices are pretty inflated as we speak without any rebates. So this rig right here at $36,995 is half price of a new one, and it's 1 year old. It's a 13 model. Got leather, got all equipment with a sunroof. Hard to find rig, super nice rig. Let me put you in this. Trade yours in. I'll give you more than anybody around for your trade. We're going to move on to this next rig is a 2014. Now I did tell you, we're the Ford store, but we're a pre-owned specialist. We carry every make and every model. This is a 2014 Ram 2500 heavy duty SLT with 3,000 miles. It has 3,000 miles. It's not even broke in, okay? It's absolutely brand new. It has 3,000 miles on it. I say this truck for $42,995. Go compare a new one. I'm going to save you 3 or 4 grand off a new one, plus your trade-in. I'm going to give you more for the trade than they would on that new one. I'm going to win overall, and it's brand new, and it's only $42,995. So we're going to move it on and show you what else we've traded for. I just got through telling you that we'll trade for anything. Well, here's a prime example. I wanted you to check this rig out right here. This is a little Kubota BX25, 4-wheel drive with a front end loader, with a bucket attachment on the back, with a stabilizer arms that come down. Okay, they say, Mooney, tell me more about it. I can't tell you nothing about it. I know nothing about it, okay? I don't know, I just trade. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna say the tractor with the bucket, with the attachment on the back of the backhoe, and the trailer for $14,995. Now let me tell you what I've done. I've done a little bit of homework, okay? You go buy this tractor new with the attachments, you're gonna spend $28,000. That's right, we called a Kubota place, we priced it out, it's $28,000 plus. I got a $2,000 to $2,500 trailer that I'm throwing in. I don't need a trailer, it goes with a tractor. Where are you gonna find a deal? It's a 2012 model with very few hours, brand new little rig. The knobbies are not even wore down on the tires. Now there's not many car dealerships that trade for anything. We trade for anything, and we're not scared, and we'll give you whatever we think. The guy told us what he wanted, we gave it to him, we done it, now we're passing the savings on to you. $14,995 for a 2012 Kubota BX25. And I'm talking to you like I know a lot about it. I'm actually reading the numbers on it, know nothing about it other than one thing. Go buy it new, spend 28 grand, come to me and buy it 2-year-old and pay 15 grand, and I'll just give you a trailer. How about that? So we're gonna move on with it. It can't last long. It's one heck of a deal, and it's super nice rig. We're gonna move on to this next truck. Is a 2010 F-150. And I told you we're noted for hot rods and jacked up trucks, and that's what we keep here. It's a 2010 F-150 XLT with a lift, brand new set of Nittos, brand new wheels on it, fender flares, the look that everyone's looking for. It's got bug shields, it's got vent shades, it's got tinted windows, you name it, this truck's got it. An XLT truck, super nice truck for $26,995. Okay, you're getting the look of someone that's got one 35, 40 grand. We got this for $26,995. We get your payment where you want to be. We got a super truck with the miles with less than 200 miles on them. We just put them on. Brand new set of Nittos. Got a $3,500 set of tires, wheels, and lift. So give this truck a try at $26,995. We're going to move on to the next, but that good looking black truck can't last long. Tell you what we done, we just traded for this little old truck right here. It's a 2012 F-150 XLT, okay? 2012 F-150 XLT with 20,000 miles. It's only got 20,000 miles on this truck. So it's literally brand new. We sold it brand new. We turned around and traded for it. It's got the complete 4 doors, got the chrome steps, the real wheels, not a hubcap truck, cloth interior, column shift. This truck's got 20,000 miles for $24,995. $24,995 for this gold truck. Got a bed liner in it, super nice local one on the truck with only 20,000 miles. So we move on to our next car, we're moving into a car, but there's a super nice truck. If you need a 4-door truck, well worth the money. Well, let me tell you, summertime's here. I told you it's a little windy today. There's never any more fun to get out and cruise those beautiful evenings in a Camaro convertible. And what other color do they make but bright orange? Absolutely a beautiful car, bright orange car. It's got the chrome aluminum wheels on it. It's got the black leather interior. No, it's not a cloth car. This is black leather interior. It's bright orange with 41,000 miles for $22,995. $22,995. You go buy this car brand new and you're going to spend $37,000, $38,000. Why take that hit when all you're using it for is a toy car to look good on the weekends? Maybe you drive it every day to work, but drop that top, beautiful weather like it is today, a little windy. Absolutely a beautiful car, the best color they make, $22,995. So we're going to move on to the next car, but that car can't last long with leather, with all the equipment on it for that kind of money. Well, we're moving back in another hot rod here. This is a 2010 Challenger with a roof in it, with the wheels, super nice car, a burgundy car. Listen to me on the miles. This car has 34,000 miles. A 2010 model with only 34,000 miles. This car is $19,995. $19,995, under 20 grand for a Challenger with the hood scoop, with the wheels, with the roof. Not a cheater car, as we say. Rental companies sell plain Jane hubcap cars with nothing on them. This car has the equipment on it with only 34,000 miles for $19,995. So let me tell you, beautiful color, beautiful car, can't last long. Come see us, we move on to our next one. But this is a super nice car, a good buy. Buckets, console shift at $19,995. Well, we move in a little car here, another car we sold brand new here at the Ford store. We traded back for this car. This is a 2010 Mustang with leather. This is, let me tell you real quick, this is not a base car. This car's got the pony package. It's got the stripes on it. It's got the real wheels on it. It's got a spoiler. It's got leather, and it's an automatic car, okay? We're talking about those kid cars. It's got 60,000 miles on it. This car's $15,995. This car new's 25 grand. I just knocked off 10 grand. Yes, the titles don't say 14 on it, but still, you're driving around in a blood red Mustang, leather interior, automatic, for only $15,995. Super nice car. Most people driving one's going to be trading one. Bring your older Mustang, your older Camaro in. See what we're going to trade with you difference for. I promise you're going to be surprised. So we're going to move that car on out. That's a super nice little car right there. All right, that's all the cars we're going to show you today. As we went through a little bit of our inventory, let me mention to you this. We only had about 17, 18 rigs that we showed you here today. If you go to markmartinautomotive.com, which is our website with all of our stores under it, we keep about 125 pre-owned cars right here at the Ford store at all times. 125 here. We keep a little over 100 in Ash Flat at Mark Martin Chevrolet Buick GMC. That's in Ash Flat, Arkansas. We keep close to 100 pre-owned cars at Mark Martin Chevrolet in Melbourne, Arkansas. So all you got to do is go to markmartinautomotive.com, check out our website. If one store don't have it, we can transfer it. If you live in Little Rock and you don't want to drive to Ash Flat, we'll go get the car and run it down here for you. Or vice versa. You live in Paragould, you don't want to drive to Batesville, you just run up to Ash Flat, we'll transfer the car for you. We'll do whatever we can do to assist you to sell you a car. We want to take care of you, we want to save you money. Let me make mention of this. We're noted for, we always got lifted Jeeps, we've always got lifted trucks, we always got hot rod cars. That's our specialty. We love that kind of stuff. I know you love that kind of stuff. Here's the thing, when you're trading yours in, I'm going to give you more for it. So that's the main thing we preach to you. But it doesn't matter which store you shop at, I'm going to take care of you where. I have a manager at each store. Let me tell you, you see these car lots all the time, and I preach this about, you'll see a guy wearing this shirt here that says something automotive. And then 3 months later say Joe's Automotive, and then Paul's Automotive. They move around because they're not making their numbers, okay? Big cities are all about numbers. I heard an ad on the radio yesterday. We got to sell 67 more to meet our quota. They don't have to do that. That's what their boss wants them to sell, and that's what they're saying, okay? But here's all we got to do. We just got to sell cars and make you happy. That's all we're after. I don't have quotas. I'm not interested in numbers. I'm not saying at this Kia store, y'all got to sell 70 this month. This Ford store, I want you to sell 100. That's not what we're all about. We're interested in just sell. If we only sell 40 this month and 140 next month, and don't get me wrong, we put up some big numbers because we're going to take care of you before the sale and after the sale. But I was back on my guys moving. Those guys get fired, they move to the next store. Then they get fired because they're not meeting their numbers. My managers, Robbie Howard's been here for about 8 years. We started in January of 2004. We only been here 10. Jeff Zalasko is a Kia manager. He's been in the Kia store since the day it was open in 2010. Doug Miller runs Mark Martin Chevrolet in Melbourne. He's been there for about 30 years. So we bought it in August of 07. He's still there because he takes care of my people. Vic Davison is in Ash Flat. He's been there since day one. We've only been open 2 years. It's a brand new store, Chevrolet Buick GMC. He takes care of our people. My main thing I want to do, no, we're not going to give you the house. No, we're not going to give you anything you want just because you're complaining. If it's legitimate and you need it, we're going to take care of you because I don't want anything that's not standing reputable behind Mark Martin Automotive name, okay? So as I preached to you today, you've seen a Raptor truck for 50 grand. You've seen a Hyundai Elantra for $99.95. My aspect there is we carry all makes and models. It doesn't matter the price range, we keep it in stock. We've showed you a four-wheeler that we've traded for, we've showed you a motorhome that we've traded for, and we've showed you a tractor that we've traded for, okay? So that tells you that we trade for anything. We're not scared. We don't have to call people. We'll take a little gamble and a little bit of chance at times, such as we did on a tractor, but I'm gonna tell you, it's not gonna last because it's a super nice little old tractor, okay? We just had our fan days, which is absolutely awesome again this year, and we wanna thank you for coming. We wanna thank everybody for supporting us. It was our 10th anniversary here at the Ford store, and we're real excited about that. We want to continue to keep this show going, and we want to thank you for watching our show. But the main thing I want to stress as I close out to today, markmartinautomotive.com, where your car's needs will be taken care of. We're not going to city slick you. We don't have all these quotas. You don't have to come in at the end of the month because we've got to hurry up and make this deal. I'm going to give you the same deal on May the 1st that I'll give you on May the 31st, okay? It's a shame when you go to a dealership and they offer you $4 grand for your trade-in on May the 2nd or 3rd or 4th, early in the month, and then you go back at the end of the month and they offer you $6 grand. Why didn't they do that at the front? But the reason is they've got quotas they have to meet, or the axe comes, they're fired, they're gone. That's not what we're all about. We're all about taking care of you. I'm going to do it. any day of the month. All I'm asking for, give us a try. We're not a large, we're country people. Eggs are cheap in the country. I don't want everybody's business, I just want yours. Thanks a lot for watching the Mark Martin Automotive Showcase.